Hi, my name is Cony Juárez, and I'm going to talk to you about the process of manufacturing soap. So, what is soap? Actually, soap is just a combination of fat and sodium hydroxide. So, to make soap, we have four basic steps. The first one is the saponification. What is saponification? Saponification is a mixture of tallow and coconut oil with sodium hydroxide, and then we heat that mixture and we get the soap. We get the soap and we get glycerin. And then the second step we have is glycerin removal. Okay, when we make soap, we have a lot of glycerin formed with the reaction. So we have to remove that glycerin because it has a higher cost than the soap. So we remove it in order to sell it, and we leave a little bit in the soap so it can be smooth. The third step is the soap purification. The soaps have like water, and we have to neutralize it because it sometimes has sodium hydroxide in it. So we neutralize the soap with an acid that it can be citric acid, because it has to be a weak acid. And then we go to the fourth step. The fourth step is the finishing. So what we do in this step is that we add the preservatives, the smells, the colors, and we make little bars with our soap so we can sell it. The difference between the detergent and a soap is the structure. The detergent is stronger, but for our bodies we need something that is more soft. In our second stage, we said that we have to remove the glycerin. And how do we do this? We do this by adding lye to the mixture, so we can take out just the glycerin, because the glycerin is not familiar with water. It doesn't mix. So when we add lye, the glycerin goes with the lye and the water stays with the soap. So after we remove that glycerin, we can have just water and soap, and then we can go to the other two steps. In the industries, we can add more steps so we can have like a better soap, but in general, these are the four steps for making soap. So thank you for your attention, and that's all.
Hello, my name is Paula Boiton, and I'm going to present you the process diagram from a soap, specifically the Colgate-Palmolive process. Well, in the step 1, we have first saponification vessels. The raw materials are continually fed into a reactor in fixed proportions, assuming a production rate of 1,000 kg wet soap per hour. The raw materials will be fed are coconut, tallow, sodium hydroxide. These ingredients alone will give a low water, high glycerin soap. Soap needs to be about 30% water to be easily pumpable, and even then needs to be held at around 70 Celsius degrees, so excess lye is added to either dry the soap and dissolve out some of the glycerin. The lye added is known as half-spent lye, and is the lye discharged from the washing column. This lye already contains some glycerin, but it is further enriched by that form in the saponification reaction. The step 2, we have lye separation via static separator. A settling vessel which does not use any mechanical action. The soap lye mix is pumped into the tank, where it separates out on the basis of weight. The spent lye settles to the bottom, from where it's piped up to the glycerin recovery unity, while the soap rises to the top and is piped away for further preserving. Step 3. Soap washing. We have here crude soap, soap washing. The soap still contains most of its glycerin at this stage, and this is removed with fresh lime in a washing column. The column has rings fixed on its inside surface. The soap solution is added near the bottom of the column and the lye near the top. As the lye flows down the column through the center, a series of rotating discs keeps the soap lye mixture agitated between the rings. This creates enough turbulence to ensure good mixing between the two solutions. The rate of glycerin production is calculated, and the rate at which fresh lye is added to the washing column then such that the spent lye is 25 to 35% glycerin. Glycerin is almost infinitely soluble in brine, but at greater than 35% glycerin, the lye no longer efficiently removes glycerin from the soap. The soap is allowed to overflow from the top of the column, and the lye, half spent lye of the beginning, is pumped away from the bottom at controlled rate and added to the reactor. Step 4. Lye separation. The lye is added at the top of the washing column, and the soap removed from the column is overflow. As the lye is added near the overflow pipe, the washed soap is about 20% fresh lye, giving the soap unacceptably high water and caustic levels. Separating of the lye lowers the electrolyte levels to acceptable limits. The soap and lye are separated in a centrifuge. We have here. This centrifuge leaves a soap which is 0.5% of sodium chloride and 0.3% of sodium hydroxide and about 31% water. The lye removed is used as a fresh lye. We have here. Also, in the step 5, we have neutralization of soap. Although the caustic levels are quite low, they are still unacceptably high for toilet and laundry soap. The sodium hydroxide is removed by reaction with a weak acid such as coconut oil fatty acid, citric acid, or phosphoric acid, with the choice of acid being made largely on economic grounds. Some preservative is also added in this stage. We have here. So, step 6, drying. Finally, the water levels must be reduced down to about 12%. This is done by heating the soap to about 125 Celsius degrees under pressure, and then spraying into an evacuated chamber at 40 millimeters of mercury. The detergent's heat of evaporation loss as the water boils up reduces the soap temperature down to 45 Celsius degrees, at which temperature it solidifies onto the chamber walls. The soap chips we have here are scraped on of the walls and plopped, like squeezed together by the screws known as plover ones, to form soap noodles. The soap is now known as base or net soap chips and can be converted into a variety of different soaps in the finishing stage. The moisture evaporated of the wet soap is transported to a barometric condenser, which recondenses the vapor without the system losing vacuum. The moisture can contain soap dust, which is removed by cyclones and returned by augers to the spray chamber, while the water is recycled. And that is all. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Max Salazar, and continuing the project, I explain the polluting point in the process. Soap is designed as a product to be used once the inclusion down the drain. So, as aspects, the environmental implications of its manufacture are not nearly as great as many other chemical processes. There are two main areas of concern: the safe transport and containing of the raw material, and the minimization of loss during manufacture. Transport of this product is by train carriers, and the system for pumping from the truck to storage tanks and carefully designed. Perfumes are bought in line steel, through which are quite raw. Inflammable perfumes are not used in ships. In ships. On storage, tank are surrounded by bombs to catch the contents of a tank show it rupture or about the fire. When the storage system is designed, are the safety features are designed in as well and procedure to deal with the product should it end up. So continue explain the project. Explain risky situations and possible solutions in industry. So food manufacturers have some specific environmental issues associated with that are not present in other areas of the industry. These are the control and volatile organic emissions, thus present during delivery and transfer of bulk food is a potential problem. Dry and wet cyclones are used to filter out most of dust and our emissions are not monitored. If the dust level is dust except acceptable limits, appropriate remedial action is taken. Dust level in emission must be kept below 50 milligrams. The spray drying tower also release volatile organics. These emissions are minimized by having strict specifications on what can be added on primary detergent active material. Any potential hazardous material is added with the secondary active after the tower so that hidden is not spot check are done on its total hydrocarbon content of the exact cases used as an ionization